do both, ride fast and dig deep to be a winner.
Here's Aaron with the Progressive Pre-Race Report.
Another rider that had built a replica Daytona track to prepare for tonight is the number 18 of Davey Millsap. He was not happy with his 11th place finish last weekend. He said he felt a slight case of food poisoning, but his replacement mechanic, Spencer Bloomer, made some adjustments to the bike setup today. They added a steering stabilizer, which helps relax at the higher speeds in these rougher tracks. They also made some adjustments to the front and rear suspension, softening it up a little bit. Davey Millsap won in the lights class back here in 2006. He's hoping that he's going to take it in the Supercross class here tonight.
All right, Aaron, let's take a real quick look at our RockyMountainMC.com keys to the race. Get ready for the main event to go. Jeff, you say clean first lap?
No doubt. Get through the first turn, all that stuff, but no mistakes. And get yourself in your position to get set and then get mentally focused for 20 hard laps.
Yeah, my key is you got to go fast for 20 laps, and you got to be strong, because the reason I say go fast, these guys are so close in time and practice that just because you're in shape isn't going to win this race. You got to be fast.
Lap times are going to be long, too.
It's
really
one of the most prestigious races on the Supercross Championship. The Daytona Supercross by Honda, live on Speed. Who's going to get the whole shot at Daytona? Oh, it's going to be Stewart. The San Manuel Yamaha rider shot out of a cannon. Big lead as he comes out of the first corner.
Well, and Villapoto chose to go to the inside, and that looks like blows on the Dodge Kawasaki.
One of the Hart and Huntingtons. Yep, the Hart and Huntington rider right there.
Wow, great start.
They're short on the KTM.
Where is the reigning champion, Dungey?
Right there, Jeff. Way back in the pack, probably about 15.
I see him go off. He went off the track in the first turn and had to bide his time, find a safe place to get back on the track.
Oh, trying to find his way up, dealing with Kennard.
Man.
And I tell you what, look at the chaos there at the back of the pack for Dungey. Reed's buried in there, everyone else. And look at the left of your screen. Look at that blue Yamaha out front flying with James Stewart. Like you said, Ricky, you're going to have to go fast because one of the fastest riders here tonight has now got a clean start.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Dungey up through the pack. Oh, he gets together with Roxon and shoves Roxon over into Tedesco as we go back and take a look at the start.
He's good there. He starts angling over, and you can see right here, maybe could have went inside. Up, nope. Andrew Short puts him off the track there, and then he comes back on, and by that time,
Look at Alessi, he got on the gas.
And Kennard and Tedesco having issues.
Man.
Wow.
What a
Look
bummer.
at that. Now, you can't even see another bike in front of him. They're so far behind right now.
Tedesco taking him a little wide there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened between these two guys.
Riding for Kerry Hart's Hart and Huntington Dodge backed team.
You know, I think that was Dungey who got in with Kennard.
It was. That's what it was. Dungey who got into that group, and I thought it was Roxon, but maybe it was Kennard, and that shoved him into
oh, look
Menard.
He did it! I told you, Jeff, someone would do that.
That's going to make the difference right there, because that is a huge time saver right there. It's going to be worth a couple of seconds.
Wow.
Watch these lap times when he comes around the start-finish line next time. Unless Villapoto's mechanic can put it on the signboard in the mechanics area and say, to do that, there's just, flying.
Stewart really putting on a show up front here tonight at Daytona. We said coming into the night that this might be the kind of night where Stewart, after everything that happened in Atlanta, he might be saying in his mind, I need to go out and just lay it to these guys, and this is how you do that, Jeff.
Watch what he does. Nobody's done this all day. Pre-jumps it and just makes it over the rooftop jump right there, and look how much momentum he carries. We talked about it, if it could be done. I didn't think he'd be able to do it because the lift was too low, but he pre-jumped it. And last lap around, James Stewart turns a 1:15. Fastest lap of the night.
2 seconds faster. And look, I mean, he is, let's see if he does it again right here. I mean, that is, he can do that too.
It's dangerous, though. It's dangerous.
Maybe you only need to do it one time.
If he comes up short, Ricky, if he's 6 inches lower,
we don't even want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that.
Wow.
Well, you do have to talk about that because you have to say how much do you risk, right? At
Yeah.
what point do you say, okay, I've opened up a big enough gap, what's the number? Right now, he's 4.4 seconds in front of Villapoto, and he's 7 points now behind Villapoto in the championship. Ryan running in second.
Yeah, this is a Stewart of old right here, man. When you racing this guy, I mean, a couple years ago, if he pulled the whole shot, the guy would check out, and before you know it, it'd be 10 seconds ahead. And this is like carbon copy, but this guy not having a great night tonight, Reedy.
Now you're watching third, fourth, and fifth. Andrew Short on the KTM having a great run on the factory Red Bull KTM. He is running in third. Millsaps on the Joe Gibbs Racing entry. He's sitting there in fourth. And Reed on the 2-2 Motorsports machine. He's got his Honda running in fifth, just in front of Wyndham and Dungey, who's now up to seventh.
And so Reed turning a 1:18.1. Stewart, by jumping that obstacle and obviously doing the rest of the track really well, is a 1:15.6. That's like 3 seconds a lap difference.
Here's how Dungey got into Kennard and Tedesco. Watch all of this.
Okay, now watch. Dungey goes to the inside. Kennard's going to make a mistake and slide out a little bit. Comes right into Dungey. Flips his front wheel and goes down. And who is that that's going to...
That was Ivan Tedesco who runs into him.
Right. So you know what? He must have gotten together with the Roxon guys as well.
Yeah,
or one of the other KTMs. So that's a second incident. He has really had a rough night here at Daytona. Stewart! He throws it away at Daytona again! Oh, no! James Stewart had a huge lead of over 6.5 seconds. And now he is walking, beaten and battered toward his motorcycle. There goes Short.
He's got to get on that bike.
He has got to get going. Stewart.
He looks sore,
man,
too.
the Asterisk medical crew is right there looking to attend to him.
Oh, the bike. Look at the rear fin
Oh,
of the rear
look at
subframe
that.
is tweaked.
Wow.
We were saying, he can't get his leg over, and down he goes. Now the Asterisk crew right there to attend to him.
And
he took a heavy shot.
They need to check him out because if he suffered some sort of concussion or whatnot, right now he'd not be thinking straight.
Yeah.
Unbelievable get off here by James Short while he's leading, going away. Brilliant laps, and he turned in and then makes a massive mistake.
And not in a section where he was pushing overly hard, like over that big wall. Pretty much a normal section, Jim. Well, he would have been in a regular rhythm, right?
No, what happened was
here he goes.
You know, this is just wow. Here's what happens. Okay, he comes around this turn, guys. Okay. Now he's going to trip out of here. Watch this. See him wheeling. And his front wheel did not hit.
He was on the gas. He was committed to being on the gas. Let's take a look at it. He's committed on the gas, Ricky, but the front wheel comes up, and he almost wheelies through the first jump. Watch right here.
Over. And it's over.
Yeah, because he needed to set the front wheel down to put preload on the front forks. That didn't happen.
I had a friend do the same thing when we were practicing one time. Same outcome. He just wheeled it, and your front wheel's got to do that. Wow. Poor guy, man. I'm just glad he's
Listen to this. Listen to this. Just listen. Huge panic wreck. Now, would you consider that overly aggressive riding?
No.
It was a regular, it's just one of those things, right?
No, he came out of the turn, he was good, he wasn't, it wasn't like he was doing anything he shouldn't have been doing.
So nobody can accuse James of pushing too hard is my point. This was a section where it was just one of those racing things that bit it.
It was one of those things, Jeff, you could tell, where did that come from?
Well, he's making a lot of mistakes right now, too. Here's the same section. He triples it, executes it perfectly now.
Now
he just made a mistake. That's it.
Here's the biggest thing right now with this whole deal. James is running in 20th. He is now 34 points behind Villapoto, who is leading. Stewart drops to third in the championship standings right now if this stays this way tonight.
Unbelievable. I mean, the laps that Stewart was turning in, doing that rooftop jump and all that, he was executing. I mean, we're talking amazing technique.
When he was pushing it, it went fine. It was a normal, regular rhythm portion of the track he'd been riding all day that reached up and bit the two-time champion. Now, let's show you the man who's trying to become champion for the first time in his career in the Supercross class. Ryan Villopoto has that Monster Energy Kawasaki, the factory bike out front, on his way. If he can hang on, we're not even halfway yet here at Daytona, and you can see how this racetrack can reach up and bite you. He is looking for win number 5. It would be 2 in a row if he can hang on here tonight, and 2 in a row at Daytona.
Yeah, that'd be cool if he could win 2 in a row. This, like we talked, it's so special to win here. And he put in a heck of a ride last year here. I mean, just dominating the race.
Well,
look at him now. It's all cruise control for him now.
As you can see, we're getting ready to complete the 8th lap here. 10 seconds back here to Davey Millsaps, putting it in a phenomenal ride. Then you got Chad Reed, who's finally making his way up into the top 10, and Ryan Dungey out of the LCQ 19th gate pick on his 2nd engine of the night. He's now up to
he is a great story towards our Brett Michaels Rock Hard Ride Hard Award this year. What a night this guy has had.
Yeah.
If Dungey can come home with the top 5 or get on the podium, he's already up to 4th. I think Brett would stand up and applaud this guy and say, that's exactly what I'm talking about, overcoming adversity.
You got that right. That's what that award's all about. And there's been a number of riders this year that you could easily plug into that award. So I don't know. He may have to give a joint, like a blanket award, just to Supercross in general. You guys are crazy. You guys just dig deep.
Well, that's one that'll be handed out in Las Vegas at the end of the year. You'll see that one live on Speed as well.
Wow, I mean, I'm speechless right now because that was an incredible turn of events.
And don't think for a second that this one is over. I mean, that's the thing about this race in particular and this track in particular. We don't know. As you've said all night, Jeff, this track is very much alive. And just like Stewart out front cruising, something could happen and really cause a problem for one of our guys up front tonight here still.
And as we're taking a look here at Reed and Dungey, I just peeked out to the track, and we've got, look at that. Villopoto is really close to lapping Stewart at the moment. It's coming up.
Well, and lap traffic could be a huge issue.
This guy had the fastest lap, the last lap.
He just ran a 1:17.8 in 20th place after taking an absolutely violent wreck.
What? I mean, what can you say about that? That's just, he's digging deep. He's not giving up. He's doing everything that it takes to try to win the championship. Right there's that hot line.
And
look at that.
Ricky, I got to ask you,
Brilliant.
Most of us will only ever dream about even being able to roll around one of these courses, let alone ride on the edge. Here's Stewart, who takes this incredibly violent wreck. You know he knocked himself a little, so there's no way you couldn't. And how much of this is just him riding on autopilot, pure instinct of knowing what to do, because he's done this all his life and trained for this moment.
Yeah, he has, and just him going over, jumping over that wall like that when he really doesn't have to, it just shows you how much talent he has. And now it seems like he's regrouped and he's running fast races, or fast laps.
Yeah, he could have easily given up and just been like, hey, that's over. James Stewart wants to win. He wants to be the champion. Okay, and he's digging deep right now. It's gonna be he's 70 seconds off of the lead.
Yeah. He is racing for pride right now.
Yep.
This is what this is about. At this point, he's not really even racing for points. Probably isn't going to get too many guys or make up too many points at this point. This is all about pride to show these people, the fans,
that was the
how
pass
much
for 19.
That was
right
position. I stand corrected. But
well,
you guys know what I'm talking about.
You're right. As he's giving it his all, because that's what James Stewart does each and every time they drop the gate and he's in the race. If he gets some positions out of it, that comes with it. But he's going to give you everything he's got here tonight.
Wow. Back up front, Ralphie.
Here he is, Ryan Villopoto.
This is his style of track, I tell you. In these ruts and stuff, his technique